As you can see, everyone's clearly here for the Oppenheimer movie. Actually, no, it's the Barbie movie. Those rides are just wrapping up here at the Three Rivers Festival. Right behind me, everything just kind of shut down here at 11 o'clock. I'll step out of the way so you can kind of see all the lights are kind of coming off right now. Martin Luther King Jr.'s son just gave a dedication to the monument you can see right behind me that is commemorating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech here 60 years ago today.
He was in the Barbie box.
I was in the Ken box.
Yes, he was in the Ken box.
All right, good for you, Andy. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Members of the community are voicing their concerns over this new proposed Allen County jail. I'll step out of the way so you can see kind of the scope of what is going on. And no, dogs aren't searching for lost bones. They're actually groundbreaking on the newest facility for Humane Fort Wayne.
A phone call can change everything. And for Lisa Shelby, it did. The person on the other end of the call did something she never expected. After she got the news she never wanted. For years, Fort Wayne beekeepers' high-flying aspirations have been boxed in by a city ordinance. But today, bee enthusiasts got news sweeter than honey.
The beloved school superintendent in North Manchester is off the job tonight after a big mistake he made on the job. But the district isn't saying goodbye. As Andy Newman explains, the situation offers a lesson on second chances.
A sea of support.
Please keep Kyle Whelan as our superintendent.
You owe that to him, and you owe it to this community.
It doesn't make any sense. I'm here in support of Kyle.
From parents and teachers, they don't want to see their superintendent, Kyle Whelan, go after scammers took over $1 million from the district and left Whelan adrift.
This fraud and the events that followed have hurt me to my core, and the decisions that I've had to make have been devastating. It was overwhelming and humbling to see the level of support I've received, and regardless of the outcome, I will never forget it.
The tidal wave of support started on social media once the news of the incident and Whelan's resignation was released. The community wouldn't accept it.
He really cared, and you felt that, and you knew that. The students knew that, the parents knew that, the staff knew that. That's why we were here.
Been in education for 42 years. I've never seen a community come out for anybody like they did for Mr. Whelan. It just doesn't happen.
But that ship has sailed, and Whelan's resignation was ultimately accepted by the board, placing Jeffrey Stevens at the helm as interim superintendent and beginning the search for another leader, their 10th in 10 years. But Whelan's time at Manchester Community isn't over, as the board offered him safe harbor of sorts as the communications director.
I am so excited for the opportunity to continue to serve this district and our students in a new capacity. But I also want to make it clear that if given the opportunity in the future, I would absolutely return as the superintendent if I was given that option.
And the community would love the option.
We can move forward and see Kyle Whelan back in a position where we knew he was successful, with those parameters given to support him in some of those business financial decisions.
Andy Newman, 21 Alive News. ABC's hit show The Rookie shares the story of a man who makes the choice to join the police force late in life.
Okay, we got some new blood this morning.
That series stars Nathan Fillion as the rookie.
Yes, sir.
But here in Fort Wayne, another Nathan, Nate Hitzman, has answered that call for real.
I had always wanted to be a police officer.
But he didn't answer the call right away.
I was actually enlisted into a school to go, and at the last minute I just changed my mind.
The choice led Hitzman down a different road, a road he stayed on for 25 years.
Started working in the manufacturing environment. Stayed in that for quite a while, but I kept feeling like something was missing.
That missing piece was found after a friend encouraged the engineer to attend a job fair where a light was switched on, and Hitzman found the strength to answer that call out of the blue and go into the blue.
Yeah, I was 50 years old when I decided, probably a midlife crisis, but hey, I'm gonna go for it. I had to go down to the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy and went through that whole process to get sworn in as an officer in the state of Indiana.
The rookie's life as an engineer was in the rearview mirror as he booked a job as a police officer for Parkview Health.
I couldn't be happier. Now I can enjoy myself. I can enjoy the family.
The officer has been on the Parkview beat for almost 2 years now, but that doesn't stop him from getting comparisons to ABC's Rookie.
Just in passing, just throw it out, and I'm too old to get that crazy.
Now fully settled into his new career, Fort Wayne's Rookie has a message for those in pursuit of a new dream.
I was always one of those that was kind of skeptical about, okay, I've been an engineer for long enough that I'm not going to do anything different. But if something's tugging at you, just listen to it. It's never too late to do what you really want to do.
Andy Newman, 21 Alive News.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a hobby and collectibles show. I made my way out to a local convention to learn more about how an atom-sized passion can turn into something more hulkish.
Everyone has their thing, and sometimes it takes a lot to find it.
My grandpa would bring me stacks of comics to the lake from Shipshawana.
But Todd Burnt found his calling early.
Probably when I was 8 or 9, I just loved the passion of comic books.
That passion led Burnt to create this, the Fort Wayne Hobby and Collectibles Show. It's where you can find anything in pop culture, from Avengers to Zorro.
There was not very many shows coming to Fort Wayne, so I started it to bring people that collected different types of things together so we could all trade and network with each other.
Now in its second decade, Burnt's co-pilot of the show, Vince Paris, sees people swing in from all around.
We've got people who come from Illinois, Ohio, South Bend, Elkhart. I've seen people come from Wisconsin for our little 5-hour show.
But it doesn't take a detective to see the monster of a gathering the show has become in the last 11 years. The Super Friends each have different ideas for why the show has been just so amazing.
COVID helped because people were digging stuff out of their attics and they're like, hey, started reading their stuff and they're like, I need to continue this.
The Marvel movies made it huge. So being at Classic Cafe, and then we had 1 room, then went to 2 rooms, and then ran out of room. And we have so many vendors are waiting to get in. So the growth is good. Fort Wayne loves this kind of stuff. There's just not enough of it.
After a Hulk-sized amount of conventions, the dynamic duo each has their own motivation for keeping the show on the shelves.
Biggest part for me is just talking to the collectors and getting together with everybody. I mean, I see people that I only see like once or twice a year, and we sit back and tell stories and, just have a good time.
It is meeting new people and seeing the same faces and having families. When you see the kids, that's the next generation of collectors. So if they can get into it, that'd be awesome.
If you found yourself itching to get in on the action, don't worry. The show will be back in a flash on August 20th at the Allen County Fairgrounds. In studio, Andy Newman, 21 Alive News.